we're making pom-poms. Hi guys, I'm Libby and welcome to Punzie's Palace, where I do all things Disney, hence the Punzie, and all things regarding my life and home, hence my palace. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe down below for more Disney and lifestyle content. So for the first two crafts of my November craft month, I did crafts that I know how to do and I've been doing for a while. So I've been doing bullet journaling for over a year. I've been doing perler beads since I was little, and now I'm gonna try to do some crafts that I've never done before, but I'm gonna try to do them and see how they go and take you along with me. And I think they actually turned out really good. So today we are making some pom-poms. So to make pom-poms, you just need some yarn and your hands. You can use cardboard and use like a cardboard cutout to make the pom-poms if you don't want to use your hand. I'm cheap and lazy, so I just used my hand. So first I'm going to show you how to make just a general pom-pom, and I'm going to do that by showing you how I made little tiny pom-poms for when I dressed up as Boo for Halloween. They're these ones. They're really cute, really tiny, really small, and this was using I think just 2 fingers, and you will wrap it around it, and I think I used it about 50 or 60 times wrapping around. After you're done wrapping around, you will cut that yarn, and then you will cut a long string of yarn, I think about like 8 inches or so, and wrap that around it and tie it tightly. And then you just take some time and you cut all of the pieces so there's no loops anymore, and then you have to cut and trim to make it look like cute little pom-poms. So that's how you just make a typical pom-pom. But today, the pom-poms I wanted to make some Disney really cute pom-poms, and I was gonna make some garland that would be about the same size, but I thought, man, cutting out the pieces to make the face would be really hard. Let me make big ones and make them ornaments, because it is almost Christmas time, guys, and I am so super duper excited. So instead of making a garland, I decided to make 3 ornament pom-poms. I will be making the alien from Toy Story, Olaf the snowman, and Pooh Bear from Winnie the Pooh. And so here is what you need to make these pom-poms. You'll need yarn in the colors that you need for your pom-pom balls. You'll also need some assorted colors of paper for putting all the little accents on. I didn't have everything in felt. I only have black and white in felt for the eyes, but the other colors I'm just using some thick cardstock and construction paper to get the colors that I need. And for the Olaf one, I'm also using some black pipe cleaners for his tuft of hair on top. You will also need a pair of scissors, and you will also need a hot glue gun. And I will mention that the yarn that I used, I did not use the same weight yarn for all 3 of them. The Olaf one was a lot thinner than the thick yarn that I used for Pooh Bear and the alien, but it still turns out pretty much the same. You may just need to wrap around a few more times for the Olaf one to make it just as fluffy. And for making these pom-poms, I did wrap them around about 150 times around 4 fingers to make them as big. And for these pom-poms, the string that you do cut to wrap around them, I did make it pretty long because it comes with something that you can use to hang it on the tree, so I just made that part of it. I just didn't cut that yarn to make it fully a part of the pom-pom. I just left it as leftover string, and I tied it in a knot to make it what you can hang on the tree. Next, what you are going to want to do is you are going to want to cut out all the different parts for the faces. For the alien, you are going to need to cut out his antenna, his ears, his eyes with pupils and the white part, as well as some kind of mouth. For Pooh Bear, you will need to cut out some yellow ears for him, as well as a nose, a little etching above his nose, his eyes, and his eyebrows. And for Olaf, you will need to cut out his eyeballs, so pupils and the white part, as well as a carrot nose and a mouth that has a little toot indent out. have all our pieces cut out. For cutting out on black felt, you can't really trace, so I used chalk. And for cutting out on white felt, you can't really trace, so I used a black Sharpie. And both of those methods work great because even though you have some white chalk residue, just flip it over and it looks perfect. Same for the white felt. Have some Sharpie residue, flip it over, looks great. And also for like the ears and stuff like that, this is where the ear is cut off. This is what is going to be popping out, and I made this little thing to put into the puffball so that way you see it like that, because otherwise you would lose some of the ear. And I did that with his antenna, the nose for Olaf, as well as the ears for Pooh Bear. Then after everything is cut out, all you have to do is plug in that hot glue gun and glue all the pieces on. Also for Olaf, you are going to need to cut up some black pipe cleaners and glue those to the top of his head to make his hair. And ta-da! They are all done. So we have our cute little alien here. I think he's my favorite. He turned out really good. He turned out really awesome. Look at him. And we have Pooh Bear. The Pooh Bear. So these are a really fun and really easy craft to do. They do take some time just making the pom-poms and getting them to be the right pom-pom shape. I'll probably put on my Instagram later when I actually have my tree up. I'll put on my Instagram me hanging these on my tree. So be sure to follow me at Punzie Palace on Instagram to see that. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and be sure to comment down below on what your favorite pom-pom that I made today and what other characters do you think would be really good pom-poms. I've done a lot of Mike Wazowski stuff because he's the first thing I think of when I think of a character that's circular, but I wanted to do something a little different. Are there any other characters that you think would make really cute little pom-poms? And let me know because I might add some more to my Christmas tree this year or in years to come. And this is the third video in my craft video series for November. I will keep going and making more craft videos in the future. I'm just doing them every Saturday of November. So if you want to make sure that you always know when I have a new craft video out, be sure to hit that bell icon. And we have one more to go for the month of November for next Saturday, and it's a really cool one, guys. I'm very excited. It is something that I have never made before, and I think it'll turn out really well. We shall see. And until next time, guys, farewell.